Hi, I'm Dr. Montserrat Andres, and you are watching Healthcare for Artists. Today I'm here at the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, and I'm traveling. And while I was on the plane on my way here, I realized that I utilize a lot of the tools that I know from rehab and chiropractic work to make traveling a little bit nicer on my body, avoid the swelling that can happen in hands and feet, and to avoid some of the aches and pains that we can often feel if we are doing long distance travel. Sometimes even just short distances can be pretty challenging, but today I flew 4 hours here to Dallas, and I actually haven't even looked up how many hours it's going to be from here to Paris, and then I'll still have to fly from there to Barcelona. So I'm in it for the long haul today. So I just wanted to give you some of my tricks and tips and tools to make this survivable and possible. So one of the most important things to realize about the swelling that can happen in your hands and feet is that they're happening because of lack of movement. Our palms of the hands and the bottoms of our feet specifically have the highest amount of lymphatic drainage vessels, and the reason that's important for swelling is that that's what helps to bring up a lot of the fluid that gets trapped outside of the blood vessels back to the heart and not keep them swelling your hands and your feet. And so the way that we get the fluid into the lymphatic system is through movement. So while I'm sitting in my airplane seat, this isn't the greatest example, but this was the best that I could do here. I am scrunching my toes pretty consistently. So I'm taking my shoes off here just to show you. So I'm doing this motion in my shoe. So I'm just scrunching and expanding, and I spread my toes and I squeeze them. All of that in efforts to start getting some of that fluid into the lymphatic vessels. From there, I usually do about 10 scrunches, and then from there I move my ankles again about 10 times. Once I've been going up and down, then I also engage the ones on the side. Do about 10 of those, and then depending on the kind of seat that you're in or how much baggage you have underneath your seat, I'm going to scooch back. I'll try to just swing my legs a little bit. So this process is going up the legs, right? So once I get to working the thighs and the hamstrings a little bit, then I engage in the hip flexors, and I'll just kind of bounce my legs up and down. So I kind of go through this motion a couple of times an hour just to get the fluid moving and to keep me from swelling as much. Pretty similar with the hands. I will open and close them, just kind of move my wrists around to get movement going on in there, and then I'll just kind of pump up through my arms, and then finally just kind of shrug it out. For the tension that builds up, I will start often with, I always travel with a peanut, which is 2 lacrosse balls that are taped together. It's one of my all-time favorite things. I don't travel without it. Usually I have this at the very base of my back. So right here where you would have your belt usually, I place the peanut right in that part of my back when I'm sitting in a seat. And that really helps to alleviate a lot of the low back pain that you can experience while you're traveling. So I can move it up to the area a little bit below my bra strap, kind of the mid back. That can be another really good spot. And depending on how long I've been sitting, my shoulders may need a little bit too. So I can take the peanut and just put it on one side and lean into that, or put it on the other side, lean into that. And if I'm getting just really travel weary and kind of headachy, I can even put it right at the base of my skull and just lean back into it on the airplane seat and just flex and extend my neck to give myself a little neck massage while I'm traveling. Usually I'll move it around quite a bit, just wherever the spots are getting kind of kinked up. That's what will get the attention. And finally, I do some stretching in my seat. So I usually start with looking all the way as far back as I can, and I use the armrests to kind of help twist me back. Then I do the other side, help twist me back there. And look forward, allow my neck to rest to one side and rest to another. And then I just move, looking up and down. The key with the body is that it doesn't like to be in any position too long, which is one of the reasons that traveling is so distressful sometimes. So keeping everything moving, making sure you get up at least once an hour, go to the restroom, stay hydrated, very important. And like I said, just move, if nothing else, pumping through the hands and the feet so that we can activate and get our all that extra fluid into our lymphatic system and just help your body out so that it doesn't retain all of that water in the extremities. So I hope that this is helpful for all of you artists that need to do some traveling. And we will check in next time here at Healthcare for Artists. Thanks. Have a great day.